What's up guys, Lon here from Android Authority, and with the LG V20 soon to hit store shelves, you're probably going to want to know a little bit more about what it can do, especially if you plan on picking one up. So let's go ahead and get right into it. This is tips and tricks for your LG V20. So our first tip with the LG V20 is how to bring back the app drawer. Just like the LG V20 from earlier this year, the V20 defaults to a launcher that does not have an app drawer, and personally I'm not a fan of this app drawerless experience because it's a little bit more difficult to stay organized, and it also makes it feel a little bit more like iOS. So if you're not a fan of it either, you can easily change it in the settings. Just jump into the main settings, scroll down and select home screen and tap on select home. From here you have the option to pick between home, which is the default launcher, easy home, and home and app drawer, which is the one you'll want to switch to bring back the app drawer. Once selected, it'll automatically take you back to your main home screen, and you should now have a more traditional Android experience. Now, if you're not a fan of LG's own launcher, obviously you can download a third-party one from the Play Store like the Google Now launcher or Nova if you want an experience that feels a little bit closer to stock. Tip number 2 is how to set a custom signature on the second screen along with a matching wallpaper. And one of the coolest features from the V10 last year was the ability to set this signature on the second screen, but they've made a few improvements to it on the V20. So you can now set a custom signature that's longer with more characters, and you can also set a custom signature wallpaper to match. To do this, you'll want to jump into the settings, scroll down and select the second screen settings, tap the show when main screen on option, and then select signature. From here you can set a custom signature to be your name, a phrase, or whatever you really want it to say, and you can also select from a handful of different fonts. But something to keep in mind is that some of these fonts are larger than others and may cut off part of your signature if you're using a signature with a lot of characters. Once you have everything exactly the way that you want it, just hit save and you'll be prompted to use the first character of your signature as a lock screen wallpaper. And if you want to pass on this option, you can just hit later. But if you'd like to set a matching wallpaper, tap on settings, select a wallpaper that suits your fancy, and apply it. From now on, anytime that you wake up your phone, you'll always be greeted with your signature and the matching custom wallpaper, and it's a pretty cool way to make your V20 a little bit different from everyone else's. One of the most underutilized features that has been available on LG phones for quite some time now are the smart settings, and it's still available here on the V20. If you're not familiar with smart settings, it's basically a way for you to control specific functions on your phone based on your location, or open a specific application based on whether you plug in headphones or connect a Bluetooth device. Ultimately, it's a really convenient feature that can save you a lot of time in the long run and also make your life a lot easier. So for example, if you want Spotify or Google Play Music to automatically launch when you plug in headphones, jump into the Smart Settings menu, select these settings for earphones, make sure it's enabled, and from here you can select any app you'd like to have open when you plug in headphones, but obviously music apps and other apps like YouTube make the most sense here. From the Smart Settings menu, you can also have your phone automatically toggle Bluetooth and Wi-Fi on or off, and change your sound profiles based on whether you're at home or away from home. In order to do this, all you have to do is input your home location and set your preferences for Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and sound profiles accordingly, and your phone will automatically make the changes that you've set when you come home or take off for work in the morning. The LG V20 still brings all the same manual video recording capabilities of the V10 from last year, but it also has a lot of new improvements and features. One of the biggest changes is built-in focus peaking, and if you're a content creator, you'll know exactly how important and how much easier it is to shoot video or take photos when you have focus peaking. It's really easy to use. Just jump into the camera app, switch to manual mode for either photo or video, and tap the focus toggle to switch to manual focus if it isn't on manual focus already. From here, focus peaking should already be enabled by default, but if it isn't, just tap on the focus peaking toggle, and as you adjust the camera's focus, you'll notice a bunch of green fuzzy lines starting to appear. This is focus peaking, and the green fuzzy lines indicate what the camera is currently focusing on, and it's extremely useful for getting a crisp and clear shot, and that you're getting exactly what you want into focus. One of my favorite features that LG has added to the V20 is the Comfort View mode, which is basically a blue light filter, and we saw Samsung add this to the Note 7, so it's really cool to see LG do the same thing with the V20. If you're not familiar with what a blue light filter is, it essentially filters out the blue light from your screen and replaces it with a yellowish hue, which is a lot easier on the eyes and causes a lot less eye strain, especially when you're looking at your phone in the dark or during nighttime hours. To enable this feature, just swipe down on the notification shade, look for the Comfort View toggle, and enable it. You can also change the intensity of the blue light filter by long pressing on the toggle to get to the Comfort View settings, and from here you can switch between low, medium, or high, and even switch to a purely black and white screen. Last but not least, our final tip is how to theme your LG V20. If you're not a fan of the general UI or the way the icons look, you can change it with the built-in themes, and it's pretty easy to do. Just jump into the themes section under the settings menu and select one of the available themes and hit apply. These themes can be pretty extensive and change a lot of the interface from the icons, notification shade, settings menu, and LG's own apps. The only downside is there aren't that many available for the V20 right now, but hopefully this list of themes will continue to grow as time goes on. And that about wraps it up for tips and tricks for the LG V20. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. We definitely appreciate it. And also subscribe to the channel, which is also down below if you haven't already. And follow us on social media like Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Google+, all that good stuff. That's also linked down below. And stay tuned for our LG V20 review that is coming up very, very soon. And check out the website, androidauthority.com, because we are your source for all things Android.